Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is I am Gary K, and this is my video response to Deputy Sheriff 100's 100 sub contest giveaway. And congratulations, Deputy Sheriff 100, on breaking the 100 sub milestone. It's quite an accomplishment. Just what it means is you got a good channel going, got some good videos, some good content, and just keep up the good work. You're going to have a lot more subscribers, especially when this contest is over. So I'm sure this contest is going to help you get a bunch more subscribers. Alright, so you wanted to know what got us into guns and knives. Well, other than, on top of the fact that when I was growing up I watched a whole lot of Saturday afternoon westerns, and during the week after I got my homework done you had shows like Wild Wild West and Gunsmoke and The Big Valley and Bonanza and Maverick and all kinds, and The Rifleman. I can't forget The Rifleman. Shows like that. So fell in love with, of course, all the cowboy guns. 6-shooters and the Winchesters and the shotguns, all that good stuff. And so luckily I did inherit a few of those because my father, he had a Winchester 30-30 and he had this Marlin 39A. And which leads me to, which will lead me to one of your other questions, but first off, and then also my father got me into guns, and this was his Smith & Wesson K22 revolver, which is the gun that he pulled out one camping trip and taught me how to shoot with. And then from then on, anytime we went camping, we'd bring this along and I'd get to shoot. So between the falling in love with the cowboy guns and going out shooting with my father, that's kind of what got me into guns. And then there was kind of a big hiatus in there. For a long time, things just sort of sat in the closet. But I finally decided I wanted to go shooting, and I pulled out the Marlin, and I wanted to find out a little bit more information about it. So I did what a lot of people do. I got on Google and I did a search. I think I put in like Marlin 39A, Levergun, something like that. And who would pop up? And I never heard of him before, and I wasn't really that big into YouTube anyway, was Hickok45. Because he, of course, has done a video on this rifle. It's one of his favorites. And so he had a big popular video because it popped up on YouTube. Or it popped up on Google. So I watched that, and his channel, of course, I started watching some of his other stuff on some of the other cowboy guns that he has, which were very interesting. And that led me to some, looking at the side of the screen, it showed, other people who had done videos on different stuff, and I started watching their stuff, and it just kind of spiraled from there. So Hickok45 was really kind of the person that got me involved in YouTube, and specifically helped me out on getting some information on the Marlin, because I did what it's called PM. I didn't know it was called PMing then, but I had sent him some, I saw where you could send a message, so I sent a message and asked some questions, and he was kind enough to write back and answer my questions. So he was very helpful. On my SIG, I watched a whole lot of videos, because by this time I understood how to use YouTube, and so I just typed in, SIG P239 or SIG Sauer, because I was interested in those models of guns, and I just started watching a bunch of videos on people who have SIGs doing reviews, and after watching a bunch of those, I narrowed it down to the P239, and I bought one of those. Same with the Recon 1. Specifically, people are probably familiar with, or Tex Grebner. Well, he's done a number of videos on the Recon 1, and the one where he talked about how his boss took the knife and, using it like an ice pick, poked some holes into some corrugated sheets of metal. I figured, well, that's got to be a pretty durable knife. If that's a true story, then, can't beat a knife that can do that. And it was a good-sized blade, and so that sort of settled it. I thought, well, if I'm going to buy a new knife, I'm going to get one of those Recon 1s. So YouTube has been very helpful looking up information on any number of products, from guns, knives, to ice makers, to you name it. Anything I consider purchasing anymore, I type it into the search bar in YouTube and see if there's a review on it. And generally there is. So that's YouTube is very helpful for that. So again, I think that kind of covers it on the contest. Again, congratulations on the 100 subscribers. Be good, be safe, God bless America, and we'll talk to you all later.